Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen. Apologies. There we go. You can see the screen. And we are here tonight then in Las Vegas. My name is Jack. I am your commentator for this evening's action. Apologies for the delays. We were having a few troubles with getting drivers in the lobby and whatnot. Alexander already in with the roses. Thank you very much. We've got Kian and Butcher in the Twitch chat. We've got Bo. We've got Damon, Doug, Sean, Spuddy, Edvin, Alexander, Doug in the TikTok chat. Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen, to Las Vegas then. We're here for the 6 p.m. WRC League race. Las Vegas, always quite a punishing track, but it is a very fun one, and I'm sure this will be a brilliant Grand Prix. 20 drivers in this race then. Sean saying we need to co-com soon, JP. I'd be more than happy to set something up, my friend. I did watch some of your commentary at 4. Was very, very good, I must say. Was very impressed. Really did enjoy the action that I watched. We'll definitely try and get something sorted out and see if we can get that done in the next coming week or so, my friend. Mr. Bilski saying, well, hello there. Welcome in, Mr. Bilski. He has survived the work shift. And he is here with us this evening. Aaron in the chat as well. Good evening, Aaron. Is in this qualifying session then. It is 20 drivers fighting for pole position. Kian saying prediction for the race. Ooh, prediction for the race. What is our prediction? You know what? I'm going to go a bit different for this one. I'm going to say Matt Connor is going to win the Las Vegas Grand Prix. I don't know why, but I reckon Matt Connor's got this. We've obviously got the likes of Ollie Football, who you would imagine would be the quicker driver, but I can just, I've got a feeling that Matt Connor can win this one. Lily in the chat as well. Welcome in, Lily. Alexander saying, were you watching the Bahrain social? I watched a little bit of it. I didn't watch too much. I was in a meeting with Mikey and with Ollie sorting out tonight's 10 p.m. stream. COYG, what is your in-game name, my friend? I believe I already have you added. I've seen you in streams before. I just can't remember what your name is. Up the Gunners, that's it. Where are you on the friends list, my friend? Have I scrolled past you? Up the Gunners. Nope, can't see you on the friends list. Damon saying, so how about Brazil? Yes, that was, what's the word? It wasn't ideal, to say the least, as both Williams has invalidated their laps then. But no, Brazil, definitely not great, I must say. Unfortunately, we had to cancel the event about halfway through because the lobby just completely glitched. So definitely not ideal for that race. But we are back, live and in living colour, and hopefully, fingers crossed, all will turn out okay. Charlie saying, what happened in the Brazil race? Well, the safety car came out. I think it was about lap 14. That the safety car came out. You know, as you do, someone crashed, safety car comes out, pretty standard. But then it put us into broadcast mode. I think 3 or 4 drivers got drive-through penalties while in the broadcast mode, which doesn't make any sense because you can't control your car. All the positions changed. So the guy that was leading was in like 5th. Kian, who was 6th, was leading the race. It was a complete and utter kerfuffle, to say the least, as Luke sets the first time in this session. Then we are watching TTV Kian, who is making his way round the final corner now. The Mercedes man crosses the line in P2. Mr. Bilski saying Kian points this race. Mercedes man is looking for points, has definitely been getting better in recent weeks. We've got Adam and one of the Aston Martins fighting away in the final sector. Who's going to win out the fight in qualifying? Looks like it's going to be the Aston Martin with more battery. We don't normally see drivers wheel-to-wheel in a qualifying session, but that is exactly what we're seeing. Shaggy goes into 2nd. Adam goes into 6th. And did Adam maybe get a little bit held up? We've got Rigged now in second place. Shaggy in third. Is that a car in the wall? No, that is a car waiting in the runoff. Sean saying, by the way, if anyone enjoyed my comms, Mikey has got me lined up for future sessions. We most certainly need it, Sean. So I do appreciate your services. It was... Well, with Jack Crossley now on holiday, put it this way, we only have one full-time commentator, and that is me. So, with me pretty much being the only man down to do all day, every day, it is a little bit difficult. I myself am going to be away on Tuesday and Wednesday next week. So, we definitely need more commentators. So, Sean, I am very happy that your commentary is as good as it is, put it that way. We do need some reserve commentators in WRC, I can tell you that much. Stu is on his lap. He is invalidated. We've got Voxy Dean in the Audi. Mr. Vilsky saying, JP, can you commentate my night last night? Not this again. Oh, God. Sean saying, I'll happily be a reserve commentator. Wow, I'll pass that information on to Mikey, my friend, because, as I say, we definitely need commentators. We're always looking for backup commentators and all that sort of thing. As I say, there's only really me and Jack Crossley that are full-time commentators in WRC. But, you know, there's always going to be days where I'm not able to make it or Crossley's not able to make it. And that is where we need someone in the background that can jump in and go, yep, I'll do it, and pick up the day. So it is definitely needed. I will tell you that much. Charlie saying, so a Kian podium. Well, no, the race got cancelled, Charlie. So unfortunately for Kian, that race ended pretty much prematurely. Damon saying, yeah, now come on then, JP. How many weddings, funerals, birthdays you got now? Plenty. Trust me, I am apparently scheduled to be down commentating weddings, funerals, birthdays, births, absolutely everything. It's crazy. Sean says, well, then you're lucky I'm enthusiastic about it. Wicked, Sean. Like I say, I will pass the information on to Mikey, and hopefully we can get you down as a reserve, my friend, because that would be absolutely perfect. Up the Gunners coming through the middle sector. Then Mr. Bilski saying, I'm laying on a bed right now with no sheets, as I haven't put them on yet. That does not sound comfortable, Mr. Bilski. That does not sound nice. Butcher saying, just excuses to not do the ice bath. To be honest, I'm absolutely sweating right now. I could genuinely do with an ice bath. So, Kian, if you do want to get a podium in this race, I wouldn't be adverse to it. Ollie's saying, how much to do a last to first? I'm not a betting man, Ollie. I'm not a betting man. I don't know if anyone in the chat wants to make that bet with you. PTV Kian, currently in P6, is still hunting that first podium. Mercedes, man, not doing a bad job at all in qualifying so far. Here comes up the Gunners then, around the final corner. What does the Red Bull have in store? He goes to P5. Fabian also on a lap, just coming down the Las Vegas strip. We've got Harco, who is also coming down the Las Vegas strip, but has invalidated his lap time. With 9 minutes and 30 seconds left, it's currently Luke M on provisional pole position, and 1 minute 32.7 for the McLaren driver. Elijah says, can you commentate mine and Albon lovers' wedding? It would be a pleasure, my friend. As Fabian then towards the final corner, he now goes into P7. OZ saying, I can't race for a while, practicing no ABS and traction control. Best of luck with that, OZ. Damon saying, also JP, I go on holiday next week from the 17th and I won't race at all till the weekend. So, no problem, my friend. That's all good. I hope you have a good holiday, Damon. Take care, my friend. We've got Jar in the chat as well. Welcome in, Jar. Good evening. Welcome to the action here in Las Vegas. It's very wide. That was Fabian who's cutting the corners to try and get back to the pits quicker. Here is Luke M on his next lap then. Currently has provisional pole, looking to get a little bit further ahead. Into Sector 3 we go with Luke. Is there improvement in this lap for him? He clouts the curb on the inside, gets the power down. Luke M driving for the line. Does the McLaren have any more speed that it can try and get onto the racetrack? He crosses the line. It is improvement for Luke. A 1 minute 32.6, and with about 8 minutes left here in qualifying, as Mr. Bilski comes in with the heart me. Thank you very much, Mr. Bilski, for the support. Rigged is not on a lap. Shaggy's on an out lap. What about Bo then, who's currently in P4? Damon saying he's had now 4 races where he's come 11th and 12th. Just wants the top 10. I'm sure we will see you in the top 10 sooner rather than later, Damon. As here comes Bo then to the final corner. Save plenty of battery for the main straight. The V-Carb driver powering down towards the final corner and the start-finish line. Runs out of battery about halfway to it. Here comes Bo round the final corner. It's P3 for the V-Carb. Just a few thousandths off of P2 as Rigged, I believe, is about to start a flying lap then. Doesn't have any damage. Here comes Rigged. Opens up the straight mode. One of the Ferraris is going to go through as Rigged is coming into the pit lane then. Wood Butcher currently in 6th. We've got Shaggy in 5th, who is looking to improve on his lap. Top Fox has just gone up to P4. Shaggy on his lap then through the first sector. A little bit of improvement. Ollie Football now goes to the top then. A 32.2 for Ollie. That is a massive lap from the Red Bull driver. Was asking about doing a last to first. Nobody replied. So Ollie said, you know what? I'll just go and take pole position then. Damon says he would have had it in Bahrain, but accidentally sped in the pit lane. It's easy to do, Damon, trust me. There's been a lot of times that we've had many drivers, really per race, that get penalties for speeding in the pit lane. James asking how to join. Head to the website and get yourself involved. Shaggy is gaining then. Down the Las Vegas strip we go. Can Shaggy try and improve from P6? Needs about 3 tenths to get on tabs with Top Fox, who's currently in P5 just ahead of him. Here comes Shaggy then in the Aston Martin, burning the battery. Towards the line we go with the Aston Martin driver. Currently P6, goes P5. It's 3.5 tenths of improvement for the Aston Martin. As there's a big crash there as who was that coming out the pit lane? It was Rigged, and Shaggy picks up a 5-place grid penalty. Rigged has got damage to the front wing. You usually don't see collisions in qualifying. That was a pretty hefty impact, as that's Bo, who is in the wall and has picked up a lot of damage on the front wing. Gets the car spun back round and will continue on in this session. Damon says, I've got to go racing with my mates at 8 o'clock and the track is Canada. Any advice? To be honest, my greatest advice for Canada would be avoid track limit penalties, because most people pick up a lot of penalties around Canada. So stay off the white lines, stay on the black stuff, and you should be alright, I would have said. James saying, great commentator, to be fair. Thank you very much, James. I do appreciate that. Oxidian, I believe, is on a lap at the moment. The Audi driver currently in P5. Ian says he's on a 45 stream watch streak. Incredible commitment from TTV Kian. Shaggy will be into the pit lane on this lap. Rigged on his out lap will be into the pit lane as well after that damage. Luke saying he wants pole position. Is currently in 2nd place. Needs 4 tenths of improvement if he is to get to the top spot. But Ollie Football, I don't believe we've seen the best of him yet, as one of the Red Bull goes through on Luke M. Elijah saying, JP, isn't Vegas one of your favourite tracks in F1? If so, why? Mainly just the spectacle of it. I think night races, I love night races. Don't ask why, I just love night races. And just a spectacle, you know, Formula 1 cars racing down the Las Vegas Strip. It's just a bit bloody cool, isn't it? I think we can all agree on that. It's just a bit of a cool race, you know. Racing past all these iconic hotels and venues and landmarks in Las Vegas at night. It's just quite cool, isn't it? I mean, what more do you want me to say? It's just pretty cool. As Luke comes down the Las Vegas Strip, then you can see Caesar's Palace on the right-hand side. The McLaren weaving away. You've got the MGM Grand Hotel as well. Many, many iconic venues on the exit and on the outskirts of the Las Vegas Grand Prix circuit, as Luke then moves towards his final lap of this session. Ollie Football is coming out the pit lane then to try and defend his pole position. Charlie saying, can we change the key and bet to if he finishes P5 or above, it's an ice bath. Let's keep it at a podium for today. Maybe tomorrow we'll change it to P5, depending on how Kian gets on today. How about that? James saying one of the actual races, Season 5, is starting in 2 weeks' time, if I'm not mistaken. GC saying, Comms, what's your favourite corner in F1 all time? Copse Corner at Silverstone. Easy. Don't even have to think about that. Many, many iconic moments. 130R in Suzuka is also very good, don't get me wrong. That would be up there as well. I think Copse would just take it. Ryan saying, JP, what's your favourite track to commentate on? That's a good one. I've always liked Austria. I like shorter laps rather than longer laps, if I'm honest. So, Austria, Hungary I quite like. Hungary's quite good. Kota is always very fun to commentate. Bahrain is pretty decent. There's a lot of track. I don't think there's really any track that I dislike commentating. Spa I'm not a big fan of because it's a very long lap. As Luke has invalidated his lap then. Celestial saying Jeddah's the most fire track. I do not agree with that one bit. I absolutely hate Jeddah. Luke to the line then was 74 milliseconds up. But he has invalidated. Elijah saying, JP, what is the announcement at 10 PM? Give us a sneak hint. It's already been announced, Elijah. In the Discord to all the drivers, I did mention it in the race at 2 PM as well. What's your favourite era of cars? 2008, I would have said probably. The cars look very, very cool then. If not 2008, probably like 2020, 2021 cars. I thought always looked very, very pretty. As Ollie, is that a bit of front wing damage? Probably no, it's not. It's the car ahead of him that's put a bit of carbon fiber confetti down then. Sean saying, today's a good day. A win at Japan and good comms debut around Feisty Japan. Best day ever. Absolutely wicked. What a day for you, Sean. What a day it could be for Ollie Football. As Ollie then makes his way down the Las Vegas Strip and towards the final chicane. Is the Red Bull driver able to improve? As Rigged now takes provisional pole position away. Ollie has got to improve here. I did not expect this. Bo has crashed out of this session. Rigged currently on provisional pole. Ollie needs 2 tenths if he's to take provisional pole back, and he can't. Luke won't improve either. Matt Connor gets up to 3rd. Has Rigged just snatched pole position away up? The Gunners won't get another lap. What about Butcher? What about Fabian then? Fabian makes his way towards the line. Can the V-Carb driver get himself involved in the fight? He can't. He goes 12th up. The Gunners has invalidated. That is qualifying over, ladies and gentlemen. It is Rigged on pole position. for the Las Vegas Grand Prix. Ollie in second with Matt Connor in third. Those three streaking clear at the front. Luke in fourth place. Absolutely crazy. What a session that was towards the end. Damon saying it might be early, mate, but do you know what times you're on commentary tomorrow? I do indeed. I'm commentating at 10 a.m., 12 p.m., 4 p.m., 6 p.m., and 8 p.m. tomorrow. Someone was asking about the announcement again. I will get into that during the Grand Prix once we've got the opening phases out of the way. GC saying if you had to bring back 5 tracks, what would they be? Sepang, but it's already coming back. Hockenheimring, Nürburgring, Mugello, and maybe Portugal, I would have said. Anyway, that is qualifying, ladies and gentlemen, and we have got a spectacle of a Grand Prix coming up for you, ladies and gentlemen. The Las Vegas Grand Prix is up next. Welcome back to the action here in Vegas then, ladies and gentlemen. We are underway for the formation lap. Ryan, I am not repeating that on the stream. Lily saying amazing comms. Thank you very much, Lily. Someone saying I've been waiting for the Discord link. We post the link to our website in the chat about every 10 minutes, my friend. So if you've missed out, I can assure you it isn't our fault. I will post it again for you. Copy and paste it into your web browser. It's rigged then that will start from pole position. Ollie Football in second place. Hards for rigged. Mediums for Ollie. Hards for Matt Connor. Mediums for Luke. Hards for Top Fox. Looks like really from 10th all the way down to 21st. It's hard compound tyres that are the main choice. CTV Kian starting on the mediums. Sean saying, JP, what's that song again? I believe it's called Stop This Flame, if I'm not mistaken. It was on the FIFA 21 soundtrack. Yeah, I think it's called Stop This Flame by Celeste, if I'm not mistaken. Or it's called Celeste by Stop This Flame. I'm not 100% sure. It will be either one of the two. We make our way then down the Las Vegas Strip. Matt Connor, Luke M, Adam, Kian, Longneck, and Stu have all been disqualified from the formation lap for contact. We'll probably see a couple more, I imagine, for illegal parking positions. Butcher says I'm going safe. Risky didn't go well in Brazil. Butcher in P8 on the medium compound tyres. Rigged, very happy that he took pole position. Sean said, yep, that's the one. No problem, Sean. It's a pretty good tune, I must say. As here we go then. Ollie Football also been disqualified, so Rigged surely able to make a good getaway out of turn 1. The engines roar to life then here in Vegas. The lights are ahead of the drivers and we can go racing for the Las Vegas Grand Prix. Rigged does get away well from pole position then and immediately covers off turn 1. But look at Ollie on the inside. Got masses of grip on that inside line. Rigged just staying ahead. But Ollie in ghost mode flies through into the lead of the race. I'm sure Rigged will be very unhappy about that. The fact that Ollie was in the ghost mode. And that has ultimately cost him the lead. It looks like everyone's got through cleanly. Harco Bandit all the way back at the back as we've now got a virtual safety car deployed in this race. Harco Bandit's got a little bit of damage. Someone has had some big contact into the wall somewhere, we can assume, and lost a fair amount of front wing. But I can't see anyone that has lost a lot of front wing. Luke M with a good start as well gets up into 3rd place. We'll quickly look at the position change and you can see Wood Butcher, Jonesy and Jack Plays are your big gainers, your big losers on that lap. Fabian Best and Harco Bandit who are down 9 and 7 places. We've got 25 laps here in Vegas. We are on lap 1 under the virtual safety car. Looks like Rigged and Ollie Football are pulling a gap here down the Las Vegas Strip. Safety car or virtual safety car should be nullified really at any point, but looks like it's staying out at least into the chicane. The gap between the two leaders and Luke, 1.2 seconds. It comes down through the chicane. Will we get racing once again? Looks like the gap just grew a little bit down the main straight. They're not actually meant to be that far away. As we move on to lap 2 then, the virtual safety car still deployed in this race. PSC been out for a long time as Adam comes into the pit lane and gets a 10-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane as we go to green flags once again. And Ollie gets a very good jump. Rigged in 2nd with Luke in 3rd and the McLaren all over the back of the Mercedes. Not able to make a move at the moment. Matt Connor still running in 4th. We've got Butcher in 5th place. The McLaren team having a great day out, as are the Audi. We've got Voxidian in 7th. Matt Connor in 4th place. As Ollie Football then continues to lead and is nearly a second ahead already. Rigged is trying to claw some of that lost time back by using a bit of battery, but that will leave him vulnerable down the main straight, or down the Las Vegas Strip straight, should I say. This is not the main straight. As onto the strip we go then for the first time at full racing conditions. Lap 2 of 25. Ollie Football is your leader. Rigged in 2nd place with Luke in 3rd. Matt Connor runs 4th with Butcher in 5th place. Looks like Matt Connor ducking out of the slipstream, but lifts and coasts into the final corner. Make sure he's getting some of that battery back. Rigged is in the overtake boost then. And will that help him in his pursuit of Ollie? As Ollie sets the fastest lap of the race. Rigged can't match that time. Is into turn 1. Luke getting very racy with the Mercedes. Was almost wheel to wheel with the Mercedes-Benz, but not able to make a move. But Rigged now goes wide and Luke is looking for the position. Rigged has also run out of battery to the outside line. Goes the McLaren to the inside line. Goes Matt Connor. There's contact between the Audi and the Mercedes. And Matt Connor from 4th place flies up into 2nd on the hard compound tyres. Lovely move. Lovely usage of the battery. And the Audi driver now in 2nd. Luke up to 3rd. Rigged in 4th place as we've had a yellow flag. That was for Stu, who is currently in 18th and has picked up some front wing damage Dan gets a 3-second time penalty for straight corner cutting. As Ollie Football and Matt Connor then will battle down the straight. Toby saying Luke and Ollie battle is going to be legendary. Well, Luke currently in 3rd place and falling off the back of Matt Connor. So it might be a Matt Connor and Ollie Football battle we get. And that is what we're getting as we make our way towards the chicane. Is Matt Connor going to look down the inside? Yes, he is. He breaks much, much later than Ollie and takes the lead here in Vegas. I said it in qualifying. Someone asked for a prediction. And I said, I have the feeling Matt Connor is going to win this race. And he is most certainly doing me well in this one. Ollie, though, is going to fight this back towards turn 1. He has the inside line. Matt Connor on the outside, the more traditional racing line. Ollie barges his way through and back into the lead here in Las Vegas. We've got yellow flags at turn 1, and that's up the Gunners, is it? No, it's Bo, who is into the barriers. We saw have a few struggles in qualifying, as Matt Connor has retaken the lead of this race. Bo, do they have any damage? They do to the front wing. Matt Connor is leading then here in Vegas. Ollie Football in behind. More yellow flags being deployed. That is for Bo again. It would seem like, yes it is, who has gone into the runoff. Can Matt Connor hold this lead then down the Las Vegas strip? Ollie Football in behind the Audi driver. Bo retires from the race and the safety car is deployed then. Matt Connor leading this race. Ollie Football in 2nd. Luke M runs 3rd with Rigged in 4th and Voxidian in 5th. And Matt Connor is your leader then. You would imagine Matt will be staying out on the hard compound tyres. Will the likes of Ollie and Luke decide to come into the pit lane? Bo, if that was an intentional crash, I can assure you, you will be getting some sort of punishment in the Discord, because we do not allow intentional crashes here. If you didn't want to drive, you should have come in the pit lane and retired. Causing a safety car on purpose, it ruins the race for everyone else, my friend. Matt Connor stays out. Ollie Football stays out, as does Luke and Rigged. Butcher, up the Gunners, and Shaggy all into the pit lane then. We're on lap 5 of 25 in this race. And it's Matt Connor that is your leader on the hard compound tyres. Looking to go a little bit deeper in this race. Ollie will be looking for the undercut. Now we have to remember, in Japan, Suzuka, the midday race, Ollie Football really took himself out of contention for race victory with a, let's say, a subpar strategy. We'll be looking to learn from that mistake and not make the same mistake in this race. Lily in the chat saying, I have a headache, help. Not sure what I'm supposed to do to help your headache, Lily. Maybe get some paracetamol in you. I was saying that was an accident. What exactly was an accident, Ollie? I can't see anything that has gone wrong. Ryan says, JP, can you commentate me making Rice Krispies? I think the commentary would ruin it, to be completely honest. I think you've just got to listen to the snap, crackle and pop of the Rice Krispies. You can't be commentating over Rice Krispies, can you? Oh, Ollie's saying the accident was the Suzuka strategy. How was that an accident? I've got to know the details here. Lily says, Jack, you can commentate us making a cake. Sounds good. I'm down for that. Marley says, I'm here, was eating dinner. My dinner is right in front of me, waiting patiently until the end of this race. But I don't know if I'm going to have time, because we started this lobby late. We've now got a safety car. We've had a VSC in this race as well. I am commentating at, what will it be, 8 PM as well. So my pasta bake just sat here in front of me. Someone says eat while commentating. That's not professional. Come on now. You guys don't want to hear me slurping up pasta bake on the mic. Marley saying, where's Mikey? He's not racing at the moment. Ryan says might have to join the 8 PM one. Most certainly. Get involved, my friend. Lily saying, OMG, pasta bake. Pasta bake is so good, bro, says Cohen. It's incredible. Absolutely incredible. I'm genuinely, I'm not even looking at my screen. I'm sat looking at my pasta bake right now. Lily saying, Jack, look at Jay's comment. That's funny. Where is Jay's comment? A cake X out. I don't get it. I'm going to be completely honest. Ozzy saying, Jack, eat. No, no, no. Why are you guys trying to get me to eat while I commentate? Fine, I'll have a tiny little bit of the pasta bake. Just to make you guys happy. There we go. For the record, it's delicious. Kian in 8th place. I didn't even realise that Kian was in 8th place. Thank you, Mastery Racing League. Lily saying, now read my comment. You said ha 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 ha. And then crying emojis. And then OMG pasta bake. I said commentator's making a cake. And then he said, yeah, I already know that, Lily. I don't get it. I don't get what he's saying. I might just be being stupid. I'm not sure. Edvin saying, everyone let Kian buy, so JP has to have an ice bath. Please don't let Kian buy. That wouldn't be very kind. Lily, I am not going to respond to that. I'm not going to read that out. Butcher says, commentate you eating the pasta bake. How am I meant to commentate while I'm eating? Alexander coming in with the roses. Thank you very much, Alexander. Marley says, why are we so happy that Kian's in 8th? Kian's a fan favourite. And me and Kian have a bet on where if he finishes on the podium, I have got to do an ice bath. Ryan says, JP, can you commentate me pouring milk into a cup? I don't think that commentary would last very long, funnily enough. Marley says, on live. No, I'm not going to be doing an ice bath on live, Marley. I can assure you that. I'll just, like, send a video into the Discord of, like, me getting into the bath or me in the bath or something. Aaron says, can you commentate me getting what's it? Sure. Marley says, Lily, sorry, says, I'll record it. I bet you'd love to do that. OZ says, how about every donation is one piece of pasta for Jack? What, so every donation I get to eat a bit of pasta bake? Is that what you're trying to say, OZ? I don't think we got time. Because the safety car is in this lap then. And Matt Connor will lead the field away on the hard compound tyres. OZ says every coin. I can't eat while I'm commentating. Under the safety car, I can have a cheeky little bite, but now we are racing. Matt Connor, when does he decide to go? He's gone now then. And Ollie Football has gone with him. Luke involved in the fight. We've got Rigged involved in the fight as well. As we move on to lap 8 of 25. It's Matt Connor who is in the lead. Voxidian has got through on Riggs and up into 4th place. Mastery Racing League saying, would it be cool if you made a video where a real F1 race is silent and commentate instead of Crofty? That's not a bad idea, to be fair. I have thought of doing that for streams before, but I just think who would prefer my commentary to David Croft? Do you know what I mean? He is, at the end of the day, a professional. Matt Connor in the lead of this race then. Ollie Football running in second with Luke M in third. Voxidian's fourth with Rigged in fifth. MUFC Harvey running in sixth. Kian is seventh with Dan in eighth place. Shaggy ninth. But he is fighting away very hard there, as I thought there was going to be major contact between Dan and Shaggy. Dan defends the inside line and will hold 8th place for the time being. Kian running in 7th as Wood Butcher gets through on up the Gunners and up into 10th place. The Red Bull and the McLaren still wheel to wheel. Alexander saying, I would prefer yours than Martin and Crofty waffling. I do appreciate that. Although saying that, we do waffle a lot over here, don't we? Let's be honest. When it's me commentating, we do have a lot of random conversations. As into the final chicane then, and that was the car round. Who was that? It was the Williams of Dan, who has gone backwards and into the wall of the chicane. And the Williams driver now down to 19th place. Hasn't picked up any damage. And now makes their way onto lap 9. That is not what Dan would have wanted. We've got Sude in the YouTube chat. Welcome in, Sude. Good to see you, my friend. Ollie Football then is still gaining on Matt Connor. Dan's been for another spin at turn 1. As Matt and Ollie continue fighting away for the lead of the Grand Prix. It's Luke in third with Voxidian in fourth. Rigged is fifth. MUFC Harvey in 6th place. Key in 7th with Up the Gunners running in 8th. Tyre strategies very, very split in this Grand Prix. We had a few people into the pit lane under the safety car, as Dan's still struggling to get on in this race. Out in front, Matt Connor is still leading and is burning the battery. Ollie Football not able to make an overtake, or is he though? Because he is gaining in the slipstream on the Audi driver. Is he going to pull out of the slipstream? Ducks back into it at the last moment, and Ollie Football still sat behind Matt, but gets a very good exit out of the final chicane. Red Bull versus Audi. It's Matt Connor with the lead. It's Ollie Football with the surplus in battery. As round the final corner we go to begin lap 10. Ollie Football, is he taking the lead? He's not, because Matt Connor hanging it round the outside line. Ollie on the inside line. Matt Connor with half a car length, now a full car length ahead. And Matt Connor finally defending that lead. These two having a great scrap out in front. Matt Connor has run out of battery. Ollie Football in 2nd place. And this is a brilliant little scrap opening up at the front. We've got Luke and Voxidian also involved in the fight. Is that Kian that's had a bit of a moment? He's now down to 12th. Was running in 7th at one point. Maybe has just ran out of battery and got swallowed up by the mid-pack. As Ollie has got more battery than Matt Connor once again. And down the Las Vegas Strip, will Matt Connor be able to defend from the onslaught of the Red Bull? Matt Connor gets a better exit, but Ollie Football is gaining with the overtake boost and in the slipstream of the Audi driver. Is Ollie able to get through? He is gaining towards the rear end of that Audi. Matt Connor not deploying the battery. Ollie Football is. Matt Connor has to defend the inside line. Wheel to wheel into the final chicane. Matt is able to brake later, but now it is Ollie again with a massive surplus in battery and the overtake boost. Matt has ran out of battery. Ollie has not. Round the outside then, Ollie is going to look once more. Lap 11 of 25 in this race. Matt Connor takes the inside line and is able to keep the lead. Matt with some brilliant defense out in front in the lead of this race. Luke currently running in 3rd and right behind these two that are having a really, really good scrap for the lead. Fabian Best and Shaggy now battling away. Look at the gaps already opening up in this race. Aston Martin versus V-Carb. Fabian going to take the position. TTV Kian has been into the pit lane looking for the undercut and is now on the fresh hard compound tyres to the end of the race. Looks like both of these two now deploying battery, and their batteries somewhat sync up then. About 80% for Matt Connor, 76% for Ollie, as we've had a yellow flag, and that is Stu, who has gone very wide and off the road. The Aston Martin driver has picked up a little bit of damage as well, it would look like. As down the strip we go again. Ollie Football and Matt Connor still scrapping away for the lead. Ollie looking to go round the outside. Not enough grip to get round the outside. Jace in the chat as well. Welcome in, Jace. Good to see you, my friend. You join us for a brilliant battle as Ollie now comes into the pit lane. As does Luke, as does Voxidian. So these three all dive into the pits then. Matt Connor, we know, is looking for the overcut on the hard compound tyres. And the war goes from on-track battling now all the way down to strategy. Who has got the better strategy in this race? We will only figure out when we get to the end of lap 25. It's Matt Connor that leads this race then. Rigged in second with Shaggy in third. Fabian right behind Shaggy in the battle for third place on track at the moment. Ollie and Luke have come out practically together, as I believe that was Wood Butcher who got very out of shape there and nearly careered off into the wall. Luke right behind Ollie. Voxidian has fallen back about 2 seconds from Butcher and Ollie. They were very close, the three of them, when they went into the pit lane. So I wonder if there was maybe a little bit of issue for the Audi driver into the pit box. Matt Connor then, when does he think about coming into the pit lane? He's just coming through the final chicane now. No indication that he's boxing on this lap. He is not. So Matt Connor will stay out for another lap in the lead of this Grand Prix. Rigged in second, 3.2 seconds off of Matt Connor. Shaggy in third with Fabian in fourth. Top Fox in fifth place. Up the Gunners in sixth. Adam is seventh with Butcher in eighth place. Jack Plays looking for a move on the McLaren driver. Not able to get through. Ollie Football, of course, gaining on that fight. Luke M right in behind Ollie Football. This is brilliant battling between Luke, Ollie, Matt Connor in there as well. We've got some great drivers in this social race. As Ollie scrapes the wall a little bit, that won't help the tyre wear. Cohen's saying you missed a lot. He has pasta bake for dinner. It's okay, he only had a couple bites in the first safety car. My pasta bake is still sat in front of me. I must say, looking very, very tempting. But this racing action, even more tempting, I must say, because look at Fabian right on the back of Shaggy. Aston Martin versus VCarb out of the slipstream. Pulls the VCarb driver surely into third place. Shaggy electing to not use the battery. Look at Top Fox in the background as well. Fabian moves through into third. Shaggy fourth with Top Fox in fifth place then. Will any of these drivers be into the pit lane at the end of this lap? Matt Connor has stayed out, as has Rigged. Nobody into the pit lane yet as Top Fox now goes through on Shaggy and up into fourth. Adam gets past Butcher, but they are still battling away. Into turn one we go. You can see Ollie in the background looking to try and get through on Jack Plays. Luke also trying to get through on the Cadillac driver as through turn two we go. Ollie and Luke both get past Jack for 9th and 10th place. 5.7 Sen saying, where's Solar? He's not racing. I don't believe today. I don't think he's racing. As Ollie Football now chasing down Wood Butcher in the battle for 8th place. You can see the McLaren ahead getting all out of shape. And Ollie looking towards the inside line. Is he able to make the move? Wood Butcher could do his teammate a whole solid here and hold up Ollie Football, but Butcher just doesn't have the grip to hold him up. Doesn't look like there's any team games going on, though, as Butcher is going to look back down the inside, and maybe this is the team games going on from McLaren. Misa saying much racing action, pasta, and the goated commentator. Thank you very much. I do appreciate the compliment, Misa. As Butcher and Ollie continue fighting away, Butcher with more battery is holding up Ollie Football here. Luke needs to try and go for a move while Butcher is ahead because his teammate really doing him a solid here. Matt Connor comes into the pit lane, is into the wall. Go Ollie Football and Butcher, and through goes Luke into the net lead of the Las Vegas Grand Prix. Ollie is going to try and fight this back on the outside of the final corner and towards lap 1. They're now wheel to wheel. Ollie going to get boxed in by Butcher though. What teamwork from McLaren. Butcher might be the best teammate in league racing history. He boxed Ollie Football in and is now defending from the Red Bull. This is incredible stuff from Wood Butcher. I have never seen defending like it. As Luke now gets through on Adam, and Wood Butcher then goes into the back of the Alpine, but back again down the inside on the Red Bull. Isn't able to get through, and is that the last of Butcher's shenanigans against Ollie Football? Luke conceding the position once again to Adam. But we'll take that position back as Butcher. No! He is back past Ollie. This is incredible stuff. This time, though, it's going to be Butcher that runs out of battery first. As down the strip we go. Ollie is gaining then. Matt Connor, for your information, emerged in 9th place. And he is gaining on this fight. As Butcher and Ollie, I believe, have made contact. Butcher was in ghost mode and had made contact with the wall, and Butcher has got big damage. And I wonder if Ollie Football maybe knows something about that. Luke is ahead of Ollie then. Butcher comes into the pit lane, and Luke now being held up by the Alpine of Adam. He's trying to defend against Luke and keep himself in 4th place. Look at Matt Connor though. Will be in the overtake boost on this lap. In behind the rear of Ollie Football. Butcher asking what Ollie's doing. So maybe there was a bit of a large incident there on lap 15. It's Fabian Best that leads this race. Top Fox in 2nd with Up the Gunners in 3rd. Adam and Luke scrapping away. Look at Ollie Football all over the back of the McLaren. Matt Connor involved now as well. As we go down the Las Vegas Strip. The lapped car gets out of the way. That's Dan. But here comes Matt Connor gaining on Ollie Football. Gaining on Ollie Football. Is he going to pull to the inside as we go towards the chicane? He stops using battery. Is happy to sit behind for the time being and save a bit of his battery pack. Ollie in 6th place. That behind Luke. Is Adam maybe now diving into the pit lane? No. Stays out. Up the Gunners is going to box Adam in here, and Luke flies round the outside and takes 3rd place. But Adam gonna look to fight this back, and there is contact. They were 3 abreast into turn 1. Luke comes off worse. He is spun round on the outside line. Matt Connor in 6th place gets past Up the Gunners, and Adam, he had to back out of it as to not go into the back, as there is a big hit into the wall for Adam. Carnage ensuing on lap 17. Adam into the wall as well and has lost a big chunk of front wing. And this has only benefited Ollie Football, who now is in 3rd. Still has Matt Connor right on the back of him. Luke up into 5th once again. Ollie Football has now been passed by Matt Connor, as I think we've seen an intentional crash there. Adam retires from the race. And I wouldn't be surprised if we don't see Adam again in WRC. That did look like an intentional crash attempt from Adam. Matt Connor still ahead of Ollie Football. And everyone getting a little bit scrappy now as Fabian and Top Fox dive into the pit lane then. And on lap 18 of 25, Ollie and Matt Connor scrap away for the lead of this race. And what a call that would have been. I said in qualifying, I don't know why, I just feel like Matt Connor's got the pace. And he is currently on track to win this Grand Prix at the moment. Ollie Football doing everything he can to try and stop that happening. But the Red Bull driver on the hard compound tyres, is he able to keep tabs with Matt Connor? We will only know the answer to that particular question at the end of the 25th lap. Ollie Football still right behind Matt Connor, has got much more battery than Matt Connor as well. Clyde in AI mode and is going to be helping Matt Connor here because it will be giving him the overtake boost. They get through now. And Ollie Football is gaining and is gaining on Matt Connor. Stops deploying the battery. Matt Connor goes defensive to the inside line then. Into the final chicane we go. Ollie Football not able to muscle his way through. But as we move towards lap 19, Ollie has got much more battery. Matt Connor has run out. And Ollie Football back into the lead then of the Las Vegas Grand Prix. Matt Connor not able to defend that one with the lack of battery. And Ollie Football now leading here in Vegas, but runs very, very wide. And Matt Connor ducking back into the slipstream. Just runs out of battery though. And isn't able to get through on the Red Bull driver. Luke, 3.7 seconds behind this fight. We've got Voxidian in 4th with Rigged running in 5th place. Fabian is 6th with Top Fox in 7th. TTV Kian now moves up into 9th place. And the Mercedes driver looking for yet another top 10 finish. I'm going to call you gun emoji in the chat. You don't actually have a name, it's a bunch of symbols. If you keep coming in the chat and spreading negativity about other people's commentary, I am just going to ban you from the chat, my friend. There's no need for it whatsoever. I appreciate you complimenting me and saying that my commentary is good. There is no need for you to be slandering other people. Okay? It's unnecessary. Matt Connor in 2nd place then is gaining on Ollie Football. To the final chicane we go. Matt Connor not able to get through. Harco Bandit now retires in the pit lane. And has left the session. Matt Connor still fighting away with Ollie. The gap 4 seconds to Luke, who has really fallen off of them since his spin at turn 1 after that 3 wide moment and the contact. Voxidian now gets through on him and up into 3rd place. And the Audi driver looking to make it a double Audi podium. Luke will try and fight this back, but Voxidian with the overtake boost surely is able to stay ahead. Ollie has been re-overtaken then by Matt Connor. Ethan saying, is this Vegas or am I stupid? It most certainly is. As Ollie pulls out of the slipstream, but then has to duck back into it. A little bit of contact, I believe, with the Audi. Gets a little bit sideways and has to back out of it as Matt Connor bounces off of the concrete barriers. Ollie Football right up against the walls, trying to gain as much time as he can in this race. As he is now gaining on Matt Connor once again, and Ollie has more battery than the Audi driver. Red Bull versus Audi. Down the Las Vegas strip we go on lap 20 of 25. Who is going to come out on top? We have got 5 laps left of this Grand Prix. It has been an incredible fight so far between Matt and Ollie. Luke would be involved in this fight as well, had it not been for that contact down into turn 1. Matt burning the battery. Ollie burning the battery as well then. As we start lap 21, Ollie not able to make the move up. The Gunners retires on track from this race. This has been a brilliant fight so far between the top 2. As Fabian Best looking to try and go round the outside of Top Fox. Towards turn 1 we go. Is Fabian able to get through? He is not. And will stay in 7th place. And I must say, if you were here yesterday and you saw the commentary and the Miami Grand Prix where MCL won, you would have heard me say a lot that obviously we are rebranding to MOR tomorrow from WRC, and MCL was one of the OGs of WRC, and I was happy that we were able to get one more OG winner from WRC before we went to MOR. Well, Matt Connor may even be more of an OG to WRC than MCL. And could we see 2 days in a row where one of the WRC OGs wins a Grand Prix? Matt Connor could win this race mere hours before we change to MOR. The rebrand happening at midnight. We're having a special stream at 10 PM. Answering all your questions and going through all the information about the rebrand. As we've got yellow flags. That was Clyde down at the final couple of corners. Ollie Football and Matt Connor still scrapping away at the front. It's Matt Connor and Ollie Football in the battle for the lead. Ryan saying he needs to get his Discord ready. All of the times that I do mention are UK times, British times. Charlie says, does that mean no 10 PM race? There will probably be a 10 PM race, but it will not be streamed, as we will be streaming. I mean, I can bring out all the information. It's been relayed to the drivers anyway. Essentially, myself and Mikey, the league owner, are doing a little bit of a special stream for the fact that we are rebranding from WRC to MOR tomorrow. In this stream, there won't be any racing action. It will be myself and Mikey. We'll also be joined by a couple of the drivers. Those will be BP Ace, MCL, and King Fenrir for some interviews about their thoughts for the new seasons and all that good stuff. We'll be running you through the lineups and the calendars for Monday through Thursday's divisions for Season 5. We'll be going through the website and how that works, the premium features and how that works. We'll be covering plenty of stuff. We'll be opening up a Q&A to the audience as well, for you guys to ask all the questions that you would like to ask away. So definitely going to be a bit of a different stream at 10 PM, but should be a very fun one, a very good one. Myself and Mikey are looking forward to it. In the battle for the lead here in Vegas, it's Matt Connor versus Ollie. In the battle for third, it looks like it's going to be Luke M that takes it because the other two have penalties. Ryan Dasher says, what are you rebranding to? We're going from WRC to MOR. So it is literally just a change of name and branding. But we wanted to do something significant for the rebrand. Ollie Football gaining on Matt Connor then. Towards the final chicane we go. Dennis saying, why are we rebranding? The main reason is just because we're growing and we wanted a new identity. Obviously, WRC is also the World Rally Championship, so we didn't want anyone getting confused with us being the World Rally Championship or anything like that. Ryan asking, what does MOR stand for? Doesn't really stand for anything. It's just a little play on words, because it's actually called MOR Esports, but then you could also call it MOR Sports, if that makes sense. So it's kind of just like a play on words and play on branding. So that is why it will be called MOR. We're on the penultimate lap here in Las Vegas then. Matt Connor is your leader. Ollie Football looks like he might be saving the battery for the final lap. Rigged currently in third, but it's going to be Luke M that stands on the third step of the podium, unless he picks up a penalty or something untoward happens, or Rigged can get 3 seconds ahead of Luke M. 12 lap old hards for Ollie Football, 9 lap old mediums for Matt Connor, as the battle for the lead goes to the Las Vegas Strip for a penultimate time. Jace saying, wait, so what did WRC stand for? World Racing Championship. As Ollie tries to switch out of the slipstream, gets a little bit of a tank slapper on. And into the final chicane. Matt Connor will stay ahead then. Yes, up the Gunners. Open a ticket, my friend, in the Discord. They will just get banned from the league. As we move on then to the final lap here in Las Vegas. Matt Connor versus Ollie in the battle for the lead. These two have put on a show all race long, and it is now time for that battle to culminate. The curtain is closing. The show is ending. Who is going to be the rising star? Matt Connor or Ollie Football? The old gen versus the new gen. Matt Connor in the lead of this race. Ollie Football in second is going down the inside. Ollie Football catches Matt off guard. Matt goes off the road, retakes the lead. Ollie Football, though, still wheel to wheel with him. Red Bull versus Audi as we now make our way towards the Las Vegas Strip. Matt's going to have less battery, but might take the position back as we go towards the entry to the strip. Matt Connor gets his way ahead, but Ollie Football gets the good exit. As now to the Las Vegas Strip we go then. It's going to be Ollie Football that has more battery, and that is surely going to favour the Red Bull driver as he pulls out of the slipstream. Can Matt Connor try and defend this? They are both using the battery. Ollie Football with the overtake mode. They are wheel to wheel into the final couple of corners as contact is made. Matt Connor stays ahead as we now will have a drag race to the line. Audi versus Red Bull. Both of them using their battery. Here comes Ollie on the inside line. What's going to happen? There's contact at the final corner. Matt Connor wins the Las Vegas Grand Prix. What an ending to that race. Ollie Football finishes in second. Luke M comes home for third. Rigged is fourth. I said it in qualifying. I thought Matt Connor was going to win the race. The call of the century in qualifying. Matt Connor has won the Las Vegas Grand Prix. Oh my word. I cannot believe that. What a Las Vegas Grand Prix that we have just had here in WRC. Oh my word. The prediction in qualifying comes true. Matt Connor wins the Las Vegas Grand Prix. An absolutely astonishing race here in Las Vegas. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, for joining me. My name's been Jack. I've been your commentator. I will be back with you in about half an hour for the 8 PM social race. We will see you then. Make sure you are following down below if you are not already. Hopefully, you will be able to join us for the 8 PM race. If we see you then, we'll see you. If we don't, take care. And as always, ta-da.